Hey my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel and week 3 of the Nature is Calling event. And we are here with Dawn, who's doing a little bit of laundry. She came back home from her date last night with Lyle, and I think as you could see from the little machinima that it did go pretty well. We are also getting a call from Akata Crown to bottom. Yes, go ahead, go on a date with Father Winter. The event has already officially started. I was waiting for the pop-up to actually show it at the start of this episode, but I went a little bit too far and accidentally clicked the pop-up away. So for this week, we have a few new rewards. We have 2 new quests. So the first one is Secret Sense. I did have, luckily, a recording of the pop-up, so I will show it on the screen right now. But basically it said, the whispers guide you to the vast expanse of Desert Bloom Park, where the winds weave tales of hidden secrets beneath the sands. Follow the enchanting breeze as it beckons you to explore mysterious caves and uncover artistic wonders. So this is what I expected, that we will at some point have to go into the cave in the Desert Bloom Park in Oasis Springs. So that's what we're going to do in this episode. So for the first things that she has to do is we don't have, for the first quest, any optional ones. We just have Sim spend time outdoors, visit Desert Bloom Park, and catch 2 frogs. So right now she's just doing a little bit of laundry, which is her spending time outside, outdoors. I think I have camera in between week 2 and 3. I did change a little bit to her house. So I've added these planters here, which I thought would be nice if we need some plants that only grow during the certain season, because it's summer, of course. We do have some of the plants that she needs to harvest as well. I think I've added this bench here as well. Spray for bugs, harvest all. And what I also noticed, which I forgot to mention in the last episode with the whole update, is we actually now have a fertilize all and evolve all option with the update as well. So you can just fertilize and evolve everything all at once. However, if you do evolve all, it will only select one plant. It will only count as one plant instead of you doing like everything separately. It will count as every plant separately, which I believe is a little bit of a glitch. Oh, Thomas Watson is calling. Oh, well, we apparently people are already talking about our date in town. That's something we have our aubergine here for one of the quests that she needs to do in Hanford on Bagley, and I think nothing else changed. I added this plant. Oh, I added cross stitching. Actually, that changed. So because she from her quest is getting cross stitching things, I added one, and she made a little chocolate cake. Apparently, we already ticked off spending time outside because, of course, she is spending time in her gardening, doing a little bit of laundry. We have a bluebill added here, so it does have a nice scent. And we are gonna move it to our clothesline. And after that, I will have her go to Desert Bloom Park on another date with Lyle, because if you look in his relationships panel or her relationship panel, she only knows 2 traits from him, but they have good compatibility. She reached gardening level 4 and is on to the next step of her aspiration, but she does feel smitten. She feels smitten, he feels smitten, they're lovers. I do know that he is very much attracted to her. So, yeah, it's going really well. And I've also noticed that actually our gnomes are moving now since the last update. So I named it Nomeo, but they are sometimes moving, which does tie in with the lore of Innisgreen. If you haven't watched any videos on the lore, oh, she feels washed out and she's missing Captain Whitaker because he did run away. But if you haven't watched the lore on the gnomes, there was a huge gnome war. Gnomes used to be alive. They actually used to be living sentient creatures. And some of them we can still see with Harvest Fest, where they're like going into your homes. But actually all gnomes weren't garden statues. They were actual living beings and turned into the garden statues, which can be brought back to life with fairy dust for like certain things. But I do think like we can now see with the gnomes moving that this is actually the case, that some of these gnomes used to actually be alive. So if you haven't watched any of the lore, there's a creator that I will link on the screen right now. I believe it's My Name is Gons. I don't want to say it incorrectly or pronounce it incorrectly, but he makes so many really nice videos on Sims lore and looking at all the different games. And he's also made a video on the lore of Innis Green, so I will link that video in the description down below, because I definitely recommend looking at his videos, because I've been loving them and I've been loving the videos on his lore. But you're not gonna cry it out. You're just gonna ask Lyle on a date, or we're not gonna ask it on an actual date, so we don't have to do the date interactions. But we are just gonna travel with Lyle to the Desert Bloom Park, where we're gonna catch some frogs together and just see what else we need to do for the quests. So we are here in Desert Bloom Park, and the first thing we are gonna do is apparently be too sad to do any flirty interactions. Why don't we... Can we talk about you being sad, actually? And I've also noticed my mods are not working, so... Or some of my mods are not working. So I don't have all the options. I believe it has to do with the XML injector, that I may have not updated it correctly. But if you go into physical intimacy, normally you should have the more kisses mod, which is not there. And I'm also not seeing like any options, like another tab here, which I usually should have. So that's a little bit sad to not have, but let's see, can we deep thoughts? Just ask for advice on what to do with Captain Willeke. Like, should we just wait? Should we search for him? We're also going to look for frogs, because that's what we need to do. And I believe there is another spot where we can actually look for frogs, which should be all the way in the back over here. Yeah, there we go. There we can look for frogs, and she does need to draw in the sand, which, since we are here with our future potential boyfriend, we are gonna draw a heart in the sand together, just as a cute little fun time. And oh, her poor girl is so sad. We don't have a computer, so I cannot post about missing pets. I've been going through the menu over here. I'm not sure where I actually need to post about a missing pet, because I was looking here. Here it is not. Here, no. No. I'm just not seeing it. Maybe we need... Oh, post alert about missing pet. We're gonna post an alert so she can feel a bit better, because she's definitely not in a great mood by missing our little doggy. And the Finchwick Fair has started, which we don't have a pie. We do have a garden, but we don't have the plans that they currently show, so we are not gonna go to the Finchwick Fair, as we do have some things we need to do over here instead. She wants to fertilize the bush, have a perfect date. Oh, honey. Fertilizing a bush is not gonna happen. Our lifestyle is in progress as well. Let's see, what lifestyle is she actually getting? We did get the 2 flowers. So I'm wondering to see what is going to happen next. Let's see, where's the lifestyles? It's over here, it's 1 down. She has Technophobe in progress and Outdoorsy in progress. I definitely see her as an Outdoorsy sim. I'm not sure if she is a Technophobe. I don't think she avoids technology. I don't think she just uses it as much. And for some of these here, I don't think she has any of these as well. But Outdoorsy, I definitely see her and we're just going to have her forward a bit, because being sad means also you walk a lot slower. And let's see, is Lyle over at the location? Yeah, he's already waiting for her to do a little bit of some fun time. And we have a cat sleeping over there. We have a cat in a sweater sleeping over. It's a calico cat. It's a calico cat. Should we adopt the cat? Should we adopt the cat? Should we adopt the cats in... It's ragtime called stray... It's a stray called ragtime. Should we adopt the cat so we have, like, just another pet added to the house? She's drawing the heart. He's just watching her draw the heart. But it says a deep rumble resonates from the ground. Be wary, for the sand conceals more... Be wary, for the sands conceal more than beauty. Some secrets are better left buried. Proceed with caution, lest you disturb what lies beneath. And have we gotten any rewards? Actually, we did. So we got the new radio station, which is the nature soundscape. So I will buy a something to play the music so we can actually listen to it. I've also noticed that the meal, the forage feast, you can make it. You have to be at least level 2 to make it. So we did figure out like the way to make it off camera, which she is going to do probably as well as the episode. And you really call that a heart? Doesn't really look like a heart. And yes, like I said, we will have to go to the cave. But since we have some time, we are gonna do a friendly introduction. Oh, it's a lazy cat. It's a lazy cat. I want the lazy cat. I want the lazy calico cat. Because it's wearing a sweater. It should be in a home. Did we get another one? Yes, we also got Hyena's level 3, which we probably should have been working on. She's doing a friendly introduction. Okay, she already... It's a lazy glutton. It's a lazy glutton. Like, you can see here, lazy glutton. Like, that's... Should not be a farm cat. Should definitely not. But we are gonna offer a friendship. We are gonna get to know this lazy glutton. And we are gonna bring you home. Because you're now our... You stay here. You stay here. Gonna see... No. Reset. You are gonna stay here so I can get to know you. 3 times because we have 3 different traits. Let's... Okay, come on. Yes, we already knew that you were glutton. We also know that you're lazy, but I want to know your 3rd traits. Only glutton. Offer friendship, give big treat. We can... Okay, so I don't think it's a very friendly cat. Maybe the catnip treat will work. We have many different treats. So we'll just see if that works. We're gonna call... Oh, unhappy. Well, you should be happy. You're getting catnip. Adopt. Okay, so we're gonna adopt little kitty cat. Yes, ragtime. And I am going to change the name to... Let's see. I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl. I think it's a boy. Oh, I actually like Ollie. I like Ollie. It's similar to my Whimsy stories with Oliver, but I really like Ollie. It's a male. He's a male. She's adopted him. She's happy. She has another pet. She's not... I think Whittaker... Okay, Captain Whittaker is still missing, but I was about to say, like, I think she's happy having another pet. I think she would just have, like, a bunch of different cats and dogs, and I feel like she would have, like, she has the chickens. At some point, she would probably have a cow as well. Maybe a llama. Maybe some mini goats as well. Should we get some mini goats? I know it's not like, this is not like a horse ranch, cottage living let's play, but I kind of feel like it does very much tie in. And we are just gonna investigate the cave like we are supposed to. And let's see. She has an insightful conversation. Okay, we unlocked the we have already finished the secret sense, which has the clues at the park were truly riveting. But a deeper mystery lingers. The cave holds untold secrets, yet the Earth's warning echoes in your mind. Where could this path lead, and what awaits as you delve further into the unknown? So, did we got a new reward, which is now the reclaimed wood dining table, which we probably will have to make. We also got 5,000 simoleons, which we needed, and we were very close to the Rings of Growth tattoo. And then I think everything that we can unlock so far, that Touch Grass Weekly, the one from Shang Simla, that's the last one we can unlock. And then everything up from the wooden throne until basically this potion. The retraining potion, that's everything that we can get next week with this. If you don't do with the Touch Grass Weekly issue 4, I feel that you can reach this if you don't do any of the optional things. If you do any of the optional things, you can get some of these, or if you do all of them, all of these as well. But let's see. We already have the other pop-up. That's what I was waiting for. Symphony of Serenity. The whispers swirl around your sim, inviting them to create harmony within their home. As the wind guides you, it hints at peaceful symphony of nature that can transform any space into a sanctuary. Embrace the call to craft and listen, allowing the gentle sounds of the wild to soothe your sim's spirit. We need to build the reclaimed wood dining table as already suspected. Buy a grill, which we do have at home already, so I wish I didn't have to. Maybe it already is fine if we go to our home lot, and then sleep with the Nature Soundscapes radio station in the same room. Okay, so we are gonna head home. We didn't spend much time with Lyle. Is he even? Yeah, he already left. He was like, we're walking way too many things. You're doing way too many things at the same time. I'm just gonna head home and leave you be, because that's what you want to do right now. And hopefully I don't have to buy another grill. I really hope I don't. Maybe it just takes it off as soon as it registers that we already have a grill now home. But I will have to buy a radio or stereo to actually listen to the Soundscape radio station. So that's what we're gonna do right when we're at home. Okay, and immediately as I come home, it does register that I have a grill on the lot. So you don't have to buy an extra grill if you already have one. You do have to cook on the grill. So what I was checking is, do we actually have the foraged feast on here? And I would have thought like this would have been a perfect thing for the grill. It's not there. It is there if you go to serve dinner. I do believe it should be maybe not popping up here. I'm not sure of what dish it actually counts, but if you go to cook and you just filter on alphabetical order, you will at some point see forage feast here. It doesn't need any mushroom. You can make it in various different sizes. I don't have it made, unfortunately, so I cannot show it off. But it is vegetarian safe and it is also lactose free. I feel like it should have been something that you can also have on the grill, but I guess not. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna have her grill some baked potatoes. I feel that's probably gonna fit her the most, unless we have something that she already has in her inventory. Just quickly checking if there's anything that she can use like her stuff. You don't have onions. You should probably plant some onions, but in that case, she's gonna grill a baked potato. And then in the meantime, I am also going to buy something for audio. Specifically, what should we buy? It probably needs to be fitting in here. So, oh, I probably should do something else. I'm gonna buy a dresser for her. So something that actually fits this room. Oh, I don't have the... Oh no, I don't have the mesh for this one. I actually like that one a lot. Because it has like the nice little design on it. Okay, what kind of dresser can we buy instead? Don't think that one because you already have a mirror. Does this one fit in the style? I want something that already fits with horse wrench, actually. Or maybe I should just filter on horse wrench. I'm just gonna filter on horse wrench, buy a dresser, because I want to place like all the magazines together on the dresser. And then we can place like a little radio on top of this. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of looking around to see what I can do best. And see you lovelies in a sec. And she did finish cooking already. Lau also decided to come over. So while he did leave temporarily, he did come and he joined her cooking. Let's see. What can we do in the meantime? I kind of fertilize the bush, host a date. I know that there's the issue with the pregnancy. I really do know that there is, but I kind of want to woohoo. I kind of want to woohoo and just see if anything happens from it. If not, it doesn't. If it does, it does. And Oh, they ticked it off. They ticked it off. Okay, use the bathroom. Because she does need to use the bathroom. Use the bathroom first. And then we'll just see if we can woo on the bed with the nature sound radio station. So the nature soundscape, which to me is a little bit like the white noise that you fall asleep to. I also decorated the room a bit more. I placed this down here for the weekly thing. Weekly, the touch weekly issues. And then can we woohoo on the bed? Please tell me. Okay, apparently they're enough. They know each other enough to actually have her pee while he's over here, and she's feeling flirty from being a love bug. It's awful. It's ovulation day. Okay, I'm gonna have her woo, and we'll just see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes, because she needs to sleep in the room anyway, so she can woo and then just immediately fall asleep after a very nice woohoo. And okay, we cannot woohoo. Too sad. No. Okay, I don't want you to be too sad. I want you to woo, because apparently wooing might not be working for me, and I want to know if it actually does work or not. He's playing with a toy, she's dazed. Yeah, wooing is not working for me. I can try to see if it's on an unconventional object, which is one of the mods. And otherwise I really need to start looking into my mod, because if my Sims cannot woohoo, it might be something else. Can we just woohoo here? Can we? Yeah, okay, she can woo, so it is something to do with one of my mods. I will check it out. I guess we won't woohoo then. And just go to bed instead, because which is sad. Like, I'm not sure if it is my mods or if it has have to do with the pregnancy. I'm hoping that it's just my mod so I can fix it, because if it's an EA bug, not gonna be good. We do have this on, so I'll be quiet. I'm not sure. I'll turn up the volume. Oh, Captain is back. I'm not sure if you can hear, but it's a bunch of like white noise and a bunch of like music. She does wake up from the music. I'm not sure if she does get a moodlet from it. Sleep score savant. Dawn slept like a baby thanks to the relaxing sound of the great outdoors. So she does get a pop-up from it. We now also have 2 new rewards, and then we just need to unlock one. So I think we only need to do the build reclaimed wood dining table, which does mean this is a rather quick week. Why is there ash for our chicken? All chickens out. Okay, all of our chickens are there. I just don't know why there is ash. She wants to clean stuff up. Well, if you want us to clean stuff up, just collect eggs and do all of this. And then you can clean up. And I'll just have her sleep. I'll try one more time if she can woohoo with Lyle. If not, no. And in the morning, we'll just have her craft, not a sculpture, craft furniture. She actually has to have, okay, level 3 is the reclaimed wood dining chair. I will have her work on handiness. I will have her just read the books to see what level you actually need to be to make the reclaimed wood dining table. So for now, I'll just have her do her thing, and I'll show you lovelies in the morning when she's working on the dining table what level you also need to be to actually make all of the items that we now can make. So I got her level up to handiness level 6, which says that she can now craft dining tables and chairs. She might also find electronic parts when salvaging. And when you click on craft furniture, you can actually see that the reclaimed wood dining table is level 5. So the ones that come with the base game, those are the ones that will be available at level 6. But the reclaimed wood dining table and the reclaimed wood dining chair will be available at level 3 and 5. So you can actually create those earlier than you would normally be able to. We are going to create the reclaimed wood dining table. Hopefully she does have enough energy for it, since she wanted to nap and she wanted to sleep instead. Oh, we have also a visitor over here. But I did actually off camera manage to get her to woohoo. What I found out is it doesn't happen to any of my mods. It's also not an in-game bug. What happened is he was stuck in the joint cooking setting. So he thought that this is actually not true. You don't. This will be part of the story, but it's not true. It's not her first woohoo partner. But he thought that they were still cooking, which is why he could not join in woohoo. Once I take that off, once I had reset him, they were able to woohoo. So it's fine. She is not able to take a pregnancy test, I believe, because it doesn't show up, which is one of the bugs that are currently being investigated by Maxis to see if it's able, if they're going to fix it. So hopefully a patch update will come soon, since I do believe pregnancies are also affected by it. I did quickly check, she's not pregnant, so we're saying that she did take a pregnancy test and she did see that she was not pregnant. For now, she's just going to do some more woodworking and try to build the reclaimed wood dining table. And I might need to get rid of this because my pets keep getting sprayed and it's kind of getting annoying that I keep having to wash them and brush them because they're dirty all the time. And there we've done it. She's done with the woodworking table. So we got the pop-up Symphony of Serenity. Bringing nature indoors creates a tranquil haven, but the journey continues. The wind whispers of secrets soon to be unveiled. Prepare to learn the truth she carries. Consider honing your handiness skill as greater challenges await. So we do have to work on our handiness skill, which I will have her do off camera. I think she is still so gorgeous, but we got all the rewards. So there were no optional things this week, which was nice. We did get to claim everything that was able for claiming. So next week we will be able to get the wooden throne, the outdoor toilet. We will get some stones, some sandals, the Touchgrass weekly issue number 4, and then we have like some satisfaction points, some money, retrading potion, and one refresher as well as a sleep replacement. For now, I want to show like some of the things off as we do every single episode. So first of all, this is the Touchgrass weekly issue number 3. She's going to view that one, and in the meantime I'll go over to build mode to actually get the reclaimed dining table. So this is the reclaimed dining table. I believe it has the same swatches as the chair. So you have like your regular base swatches, and then you have some of the more colorful swatches, which are also matching some of the swatches we have on the woodworking table. The value of this one, so if you can buy it for 500 simoleons. Actually in game she did made it, and for her the value ended up being 1260 simoleons. So you can get it actually for a higher value than for what you can buy in game. And if you just filter on event rewards services, you will have both the reclaimed wood dining table and the reclaimed wood dining chair. Both of them will be available for just immediately placing in your house if you want to. So you don't have to specifically build them in case you don't want to. Then for the text on the Touchgrass weekly issue, let's see, we do have a little bit of a bird. I can't remember like the bird. Oh, I think a heron. It says it here. A gray heron hunts for its next meal in a nearby pond as students train at Xiang Simla's famed martial arts school, the Phoenix Academy. And our rooster chick is now a big chick. So let's see, we now have called chickens out. A white rooster from a black hen and a brown rooster. Are you sure you were with a... Are you sure this is the way genetics work? I guess it is. At least that's what the issue says. So we only need to collect one more. And then the final thing that we cut is something that we need to go into create a sim for, and that's a tattoo, so I'll also show that off before ending this episode. So for the tattoos, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to find as you don't have a filter specifically on tattoos for the event rewards. I do believe it is on the left upper arm, and you should be able to see it from having like the little icon. So this is the tattoo. It's basically if you cut down a tree, you will have the tree stamp, and you will have like the rings on the tree, which indicate how old the tree was. This is basically how it looks, and you do have several... I wish you could just stay in her position. You do have several colors of like the different types of trees. I don't like the white swatch. If you can change the opacity, like it's a lot nicer. If you can change the... I'm not sure if it's if you can actually do this with all tattoos, or if it's because of my color slider mod. It looks a lot better if you change the opacity, because then it's, to me, something that you can also put on your fairies. I think the white is really out there and I don't really like it. The black and the gray ones I think are fine. I think this swatch I prefer more compared to like the main swatch you get, because for me this is a little bit I don't know, a little bit harsher than this one, while this is more pure black. I also like this swatch, the more like darker brown swatch. I actually like that one as well. I don't think she is a tutu kind of girl. I think it definitely looks different on her. But that is all of the things that you could collect this week. That is all the quests that we were able to do this week. In my opinion, while you had to work on handiness to get up to level 5, if you haven't done it in between the weeks, it is relatively a quick week. So I would have expected more from it. I maybe would have expected like one optional thing, which we have seen in the other weeks so far. It is nice that we didn't have it, so you can do this week without having the needs to have any other packs if you want to do all of the optional stuff as well. But in my opinion, I felt this week was a lot quicker than the other week. So if you feel the same way regarding that this is a bit shorter, let me know in the comments down below. Also let me know what you thought of this week in general and of the rewards. Did you like them? Did you not like them? Let me know all of those in the comments down below. And with this, I'm going to end this video. So if you like this video, click the little like button down below. And if you're not subscribed yet and don't want to miss out on the final week, which will probably be a little bit delayed as I do have a wisdom tooth removal on the same day as the final week comes out. So it might be a little bit delayed, but I will let you lovelies know on the YouTube post and both on X and Blue Sky as well. Hopefully I can film it on the same day, otherwise it might be delayed with 2 or 3 days. But if you don't want to miss out on the final episode, make sure you click the little subscribe button down below as well. And I'll see you lovelies in the next one.